Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 5th installment of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Best Deck series. Today, we're going to be looking at the deck Celestial Tribute. Just before the video starts, I'd just like to say thank you all for all the recent support my videos have gotten. It's really nice to see that it's growing at a pretty steady rate now. As we just reached 100 subs, I was wondering if you'd like me to do a Q&A. If you would, just leave comments below with questions for me to answer in a future video. Otherwise, let's just get straight into the deck guide. Alright, the character I'd recommend for this deck is Bandit Keeps with the ability Switcheroo. This ability allows you to return one card in your hand to your deck and draw another. The skill can only be used twice, once per turn and twice per duel. This is entirely because this deck is very dependent on drawing certain cards to make a kind of combo. It's kind of a combo deck, but not really. It'll become a lot easier to understand this as I start talking about the actual cards, but all you need to know is that this deck really benefits from being able to discard cards from your hand and draw others from your deck when you need them. Alright, now let's take a look at the deck list. Again, just like all my videos, I'm sorry about my pronunciation, I'm not very good at pronouncing card names. This deck runs 3 Kazejin, 3 Whirlwind Prodigies, 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons, 3 Effigies, 3 Celestial Transformations, 3 Stray Lambs, and 3 Overwhelms. Alright, now we'll talk about the strategy and how all these cards kind of work together. This deck uses a combination of several fairy tribute cards with Celestial Transformation to summon big wind monsters and light monsters. How this works is the tribute monsters are fairy types, which is very important for the card Celestial Transformation, which summons a fairy monster from your hand to the board, which is a special summon, so it doesn't use up your normal summon for the turn. Then, because of the effect of the tribute monster, which is they can be used as 2 tributes instead of just 1, you can then play any of your big level 7 or higher wind/light monsters from your hand. This deck really abuses the use of Celestial Transformation's effect to summon a fairy. It's really fun to do. Alright, now I'll go into detail with what specific cards are in the deck, and first we'll take a look at the monster cards. The monster cards in this deck are Whirlwind Prodigy, Kazejin, Light Effigy, and Blue Eyes White Dragon. Whirlwind Prodigy is the fairy effect monster you'll use with Celestial Transformation to summon wind monsters, as it is able to be used as 2 tributes as a single card. The card that you'll be able to summon using the Whirlwind Prodigy and the Celestial Transformation is Kazejin. Kazejin's effect is, during damage calculation in your opponent's turn, if this card is being attacked, you can target the attacking monster, make that target's attack 0 during damage calculation only. This effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field. This card is very good. It's got a great stat line of 2400 attack and 2200 defense, plus if any monster battles it, it will lose, so it is pretty much immune to monster damage, and it will quite often win you the game as soon as you play it. Light Effigy is the fairy effect monster you will use with Celestial Transformation to summon light monsters. Surprise, surprise. As its ability is very similar to Whirlwind Prodigy, as it can be used as 2 tributes as a single card. And the monster you'll use to summon from this is the one and only Blue Eyes White Dragon. Very popular card, obviously, with 3000 attack, 2500 defense. Probably the most statted basic monster in the game. I'm not sure about that, but I think it is. So even if you do lose after playing this card, well, you just played Blue Eyes, like come on, to win it hard anyway. Alright, now we'll take a look at the spells and traps in this deck. The spells and traps in this deck are Stray Lambs, Celestial Transformation, and Overwhelm. Stray Lambs is kind of your backup to Celestial Transformation, as it can instantly provide 2 free tributes. But the downside is, you can only set cards after playing it, so you can't normal summon, you can only play them in defense position. which is fine for Kazejin as his ability makes him pretty safe when he's face down, but as for Blue Eyes, not so much. It's still alright for a backup for Blue Eyes, but it'd be much better if you can get off your Celestial Transformation. Celestial Transformation is, obviously, as I've gone through before, the core of this deck. It is what you use with all of your tribute monsters to summon your big monsters. Its effect allows you to summon one fairy type monster from your hand. That monster's attack is halved and is destroyed during the end phase of this turn, which doesn't matter because you're going to use it during the same turn to summon a big monster. Overwhelm is your defensive trap for the deck. It's going to keep your monsters alive most of the time. Its ability is activate only while you control a face-up level 7 or higher monster that was tribute summoned. Negate the activation of a trap card or effect monster's effect and destroy that card. This card is what you're going to need to keep your Blue Eyes and your Kazejin alive. Any removal trap or removal monster will just get negated, which is needed in this game, especially in this current meta. Removal is currently so common in this game, so it's essential that you have this card in the deck, and some of the time it may not even be worth using your combo until you have one of these on the board. Well, that's it for this guide, guys. Thank you all for watching, if you have actually managed to stay through to the end. Thanks for all the support in my recent videos. It's really good to see this channel's growing a little bit. And as I said at the start, if you would like me to do a Q&A, leave in the comments below questions for me to do in a future video. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. And also, I almost forgot, there'll be gameplay at the end of this video. The gameplay's a little off because I don't actually own all the cards of this deck. I own most of them, but not all of them, so ignore some of the random cards in the deck I put in there for fun. But it will still show off the basic combo for this deck.
I'm ready to lose.
If you are a true duelist, I expect nothing less than your best strategies.
Duel. My turn. Ha-ha. From my hand, I activate a quick play spell. I special summon a monster. This is it. I tribute summon a monster. I set a card face down. I end my turn.
It's my turn. I draw a card. From my hand, I activate a spell.
How predictable. I activate a face down card. My trap. You ain't won yet.
Congratulations.
I win!